Hello. So today I'm going to talk about what is an analog piece, but it's one I scanned in recently in preparation for my book I've got coming up. And oh, I didn't crop this properly at the bottom. Actually, thinking about it, I'll have to um, sort that out. But then when it comes in the book, you're not going to know any difference anyway because it's white. But anyway, so I'm scanning stuff in for the book that I'm going to put out of my artwork. So I came across this piece, which was quite interesting in the fact that it's mostly from stuff from material from the '60s, same way as you have with Walter Smith's artwork, and a lot of collage artists. But it's show that it's interesting showing that we can use sometimes some of the same material but still look pretty different. Some people will obviously will say my stuff is like it's just the fact that it's collage and they don't know many other artists. He's obviously very prominent, especially within the punk community, so his name gets uh, brought up a lot as a point of reference because that's who people know the most. But the only bits that didn't come from a '60s thing, I think, was this illustration of the solar system, and you can tell it's an older one of the fans because yeah, we've got Pluto there. But I think that book was from like the 1970s or something, or the early 80s at the very latest. And this thing of this image here of images being bent in wavy mirrors, that may have come from maybe even come from the same book, but it's a similar era. But this bit here is from a the the housewife and these kids that came from, even though they look like they're from something different, I think they're all from the same advert. Someone calling the kids in. I can't remember, I'm not sure if this kid is different though, but he's illustrated the same. But I'll look here. No, he's from the same advert because you can't see any cut lines. These look terrible when you really zoom in, don't you? Look a bit savage. It looks That's right. It looks very, very zoomed out. And the guitars just came from some other advert as well. This is some advert for, I may have been for a dishwasher or a fridge. But what I called this Come Aboard the Fantastic, and literally I came up with that title the day I scanned it. I hadn't thought of a title for that point. And the rule I'm having with this book is that I didn't really stick to with the Art Pirate book, which is now out of print. Was was I did it was I'm not going to have accept any I'm not going to accept any untitled pieces in there. So anything that goes in there has to have a title before it goes in. So everything I've scanned in, if I really cannot think of a title, I haven't scanned it in. In this case, I have thought of a title, which I'm quite happy about. And the title can come from the fact she's inviting them into this weird and wonderful and crazy world in this room, and but then they're coming out from space as well. It's one of those ones that are to be weird, but the bit that stands out for me most is this kid here. Oh, he's just looking at his face as he's tooting in his horn. The cheeky look on his face is absolutely great. And this is a smallish piece. I mean, it's like I would say I would say this is how big it is, but you'll be looking at a different size screen to me. Um, but it's about half the size of an A5 page, I think, or maybe a little bit bigger than that in width, but in height it's shorter. I'm happy with this piece. I like the fact that you had this doorway. This is actually just a there was just some background here. And it may have even been from this shape, this kind of doorway. So putting that um, there also, it should since they didn't it's an I'm not sure if it's an incomplete set or let's have a look. Did I cut these? No, they're a painted line, so I haven't cut them at all. So it was originally a white floor. They didn't bother painting that bit in. But how it works here, how this works for me with it is you've got, this isn't as so much a doorway, not so much a doorway as it's intended to be. Although the thing clue you've got to that is this post here. But it's like they're coming out of some kind of portal, this dark portal into like a white void. So you usually consider um, for voids the color to be black. It's all darkness. It's devoid of light. But you can have like a white void inside, this white emptiness. Apart from this bit here, the floor is very bright. It's like in George Lucas's first film, THX 1138, how you had this really bright white surfaces and minimalistic um, look there. I just like that contrast there, and them stepping out of that into that. So it is almost like a portal, especially the way they're stepping here with their feet, especially this child's feet here. It's indicative of that. So, like I said, it's one of these ones that are made to be weird. I can't remember where I got this from. It may have been from, but judging by the size of it, it could have been one of those Taschen books, but I'm not sure. Or actually, no. Actually, no. From the size of it, it actually would have come from a episode of issue of National Geographic. So from the '60s. So from one of their adverts. But those adverts did get reprinted in those Taschen books, and they're a goldmine. If you can get those cheap enough, they're great for putting artwork. And I'm going to be talking more about those pieces of art with from being made from those books in the future. So, because like I said, well, I'm scanning a lot of stuff in, so you're gonna get stuff from this era. Something I found out is from scanning this in, I made a hell of a lot of artwork in 2004 for some reason. So yeah, it's very interesting. So anyway, let me know what you think, whether you like this. As always, like, share, and subscribe. My description has my link tree in, which has my merch links and my socials. And I shall speak to you soon. Thank you.